Hello, CTK. Just looking ahead to this Sunday at 9:30 for church here in the heart of Lower Gibsons. We'd love for you to join us. We're going to be here live Sunday morning, 9:30. If you can't join with us in person, don't worry. You can catch us online at 9:30 on Sunday morning, ctkgibsons.com, the YouTube or Facebook. Just search CTK Gibsons. And this week we are continuing through our regular sermon series through the book of Luke. We're into Luke chapter 21 this week. And one of the main heading titles of Luke 21 is Jesus foretells the destruction of the temple. And he shares some things with his disciples, and his disciples respond saying, Jesus, what are some signs of these things to come? How are we to know these things are to come? And Jesus responds to his disciples in this way. He says this in verse 8, "See that you are not led astray, for many will come in my name, saying, I am he, and the time is at hand. Do not go after them. And when you hear of wars and tumults, do not be terrified, for these things must first take place, but the end will not be at once." You know, I was quickly looked up on Google. I did a quick Google search of just predictions of when Jesus will come. And I clicked on the first hit, which was a Wikipedia link, and it came up with a list on Wikipedia of about the past 1,000 years of 50 to 60 people that have predicted when Jesus would come or when the millennial reign would begin, or variations on that. And I'm sure there's probably a ton more in the past 1,000 years of predictions, but just came up with that quick list. And one of the more popular ones I noticed in recent years that you might actually know of, one of the more popular guys in recent years, is a guy named Ronald Weedland. And he predicted this, that Jesus would come in September of 2011. And then that didn't happen. So he said, oh, no, it's going to be May of 2012. And then that didn't happen. So he said, oh, no, right, it's going to be May of 2013. And then that didn't happen. And then our friend Ronald quickly went to jail for federal tax evasion. And that's what Jesus is telling his disciples. Don't be deceived. People are going to come claiming they're the Messiah. People are going to come claiming they know when Jesus is coming again soon. And Jesus tells his disciples, don't be deceived. And it's hard. It was hard for them in that day, and it's even harder for us today, right? With the invention of the internet and just how quickly we can get information. People can just go online and share things with no fact checking. You don't know what the truth is. Things go viral. It's tough to discern what's truth and what isn't anymore nowadays with media and TV and the internet. And so that's the question for us. How do we not be deceived in this day and age? How do we not be deceived with all these things going on? Well, one of the main distinctives here at CTK we say is this: we simply teach the Bible simply. Have a firm grasp of the Word. We really emphasize that in everything we do here, to have a firm grasp on the Word of God. In fact, the Word of God says this in Psalm 119. It says, "How can a young man keep his way pure? By guarding it according to your word. With my whole heart I seek you. Let me not wander from your commandments. I have stored up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Lord. Teach me your statutes." And so I just want to encourage you today to read ahead into Luke chapter 21, and to do this, to keep the word of God on your heart. How do we not be deceived? Simply teach the Bible simply. Hide the word of God in our heart. We'll see you this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. here at CTK for church.